What's really good, T Squad slash subs? Listen, I gotta apologize. I just felt like being lazy tonight, alright? I didn't feel like pulling up the lights and all of that because I'm backed up 3 videos. So I figured I would save all the prompts and circumstances for both of the love and hip hops for tomorrow and tonight. I'm just gonna go plain and do the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, comment, share, but most importantly, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell, become the notification gang. And if you really rock with my channel the way you say you do, make sure you watch those ads. Special shout out and thanks goes to the couple of individuals, and y'all know who y'all are, that donated to my PayPal as well as my Cash App through the weekend. Everybody that donates, it definitely does not go unnoticed. I appreciate everybody that sprinkle on me here and sprinkle on me there. I definitely appreciate it. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 10, Living on the Edge. The episode basically starts off with Cynthia telling Kenya how Mike felt. I definitely understood Mike's frustration. I understood why he felt the way that he did. I honestly believe that Kenya is still one of these producers' puppets. She has always been Carlos King puppet in the past, doing all of the just downright Neanderthalish behavior that she used to do back in seasons past. And I still think, even though Carlos King isn't there no more, there's still somebody there that is using her as a puppet. I get where Mike comes from. I get if he has a small little issue with Kenya, but I am glad that Cynthia made it very clear that it did not ruin her surprise. She was still surprised nonetheless, and I can appreciate that. Portia says that Kenya will look for a moment anywhere where she can get it. And girl, I already told y'all that same shit in the previous videos. Kenya is willing to do whatever and to say whatever just to make sure she stays on this show and just to make sure that she gets a peach. And I really want Kenya to be careful with that, because this whole situation really could have went left and it really could have went another way. I do feel like Kenya and Cynthia both do share a genuine friendship, just like I feel like her and Candy share a genuine friendship, which is why Candy did not mind letting her have it in the manner that she did. I just want Kenya to be careful about being these producers' damn puppet, so that she doesn't mess around and lose the couple of the good friends on this show that she does have. I agree with Portia 1010%. Nene asked Candy, did she tell Kenya that she was wrong for what she did at Marlo's dry ass wig event? Nene, you need to mind your business. Like, this is my whole thing with Nene. If you don't like her, you would be paying her, and anything dealing with her dust. Okay? It shouldn't matter to you whether Candy got her together or not. If you say you could care less about Kenya, then you just need to do that. Care less about Kenya and care less about the people who could have gotten her together, should have gotten her together, or what have you. That's how I feel about that situation. Nene says that she doesn't know who did the recording, but Nene feels like Kenya was the one who put out her card to the blogs. Listen, because I feel indifferent about that. For me, I just don't feel like Kenya will waste her time with Nene enough to go search out this card and put it on the blogs. Now, do Kenya have the capacity to do that? Absolutely, 1000% yes. Yes, she does hold the capacity to do something as backhanded and underhanded as that, just to get under Nene's skin. But do I feel as though that she did it? Me, personally, I do not. I'm still under the school of logic that Nene was the one that put that out there to show and prove everybody that she was always this such good friend to Cynthia, so she doesn't understand why Cynthia felt the way that she felt, and blah, 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 blah. We done been there, done it, effed around with this nonsense with Nene for seasons past. I'm moving on from it. Nene and Eva sit down where Nene takes full responsibility for what happened between them last year, While I appreciate Nene for doing that, I'm a need for her to have that same energy with everybody that she done wronged, including Kenya. And when she finally does that, then I can finally take my foot off of her neck and really give her the benefit of the doubt. I feel like the only reason why that she apologized to her is because she done did something to all of these ladies across the board, and she wants some ladies to film with so that she could stay around and have a peach. But girl, word on the curb is Nene ass done got fired yet again from the next seasons of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But girl, quiet as it's kept, all of these old assholes just need to go on ahead and be fired, get their pink slip, and either get some new girls up there with new dramas, new family, and new things going on, or just shut the whole damn thing down altogether. That's how I honestly feel. Moving on right along. The ladies do the Skyview building, and if those of y'all who don't know what the Skyview building is, it was on Drake's album cover of the Views album. That was something that I honestly would have done, that I don't know if I'm going to be walking on the edge, walking out on the limb like them crazy ass girls was doing. But I do want to go up, sit down in the restaurant, see it rotating around slowly, and being able to eat and drink and just look at the how beautiful Toronto is. Toronto is very beautiful. Um, Kenya and I mean not Kenya, Nene and Eva decide to sit out on the Skyview. Well, Eva couldn't do it, period, because she was pregnant, and Nene too much of a punk to even want to do it while the other girls did it. They're sitting down and they're having lunch and they're talking. And Nene says that her problem with Portia came when she shared text messages of her basically fat shaming her while she was pregnant, and Portia took her to the blogs. Um, because see, there's really nothing more that I could say to Nene or about Nene that would degrade, demean, and humiliate her even more than what she's already done to herself. I feel like Nene is such a huge embarrassment to all of the ladies her age and all of the grandparents her age. For you to sit there and fat shame this woman while she was pregnant was completely low down, completely despicable, and you keep making excuses for why you do the nonsense and the antagonizing behavior that you do. And what's so sad about it, Nene, is you still threw a slight jab and dig while you was telling Eva about the situations, basically saying, oh, well, she was fat before she was pregnant. Like, if your whole purpose is getting up here and making things right with the ladies that you want to make things right with, then that's just what you need to do. Stop looking for subtle little digs and jabs to continue to throw at these ladies, but then want to come behind it with some half-hearted ass apology just to have some people to film with. Because let's not be for that's my TV shutting off. It shut off on its own. Let's not be fooled. Nene isn't doing none of this shit genuinely. She's doing it because she wants people to film with, because other than Candy or Marlo, don't nobody even really want to fool around with her like that. Let's just call it what it is. Let's call a spade, and we just gonna move right on along. Nene says that she's not interested in having a conversation with Kenya, and later on in the episode, Kenya shares the same thing. I really want somebody to get in the comments and let me know exactly what the crux of the problem is between Nene and Kenya, and why is it that they're more willing to hold on to the hatred than they are just letting go and moving on. Like, I'm so sick and tired of these two old ass broads, because it's a continuation year after year after year after. I'm just getting sick and tired of it always being the same people carrying on the same problem from stuff that happened in season 5, season 6, season 7, and we in season 12. It's like, It's just mind-boggling to me that they can get over their issue with everybody else but with each other. And for some reason, I could be wrong, but for some reason I feel like it's just not that deep to where the both of them can't just sit down, be adults, be women, be mothers, be wives, connect on those levels, and just sit down and really get deep into, okay, Nene, this is my problem with you. Okay, Kenya, this is my problem with you. Okay, so what can we do to not be friends, but what can we do to where we can all be along and be around each other and coexist amongst the rest of the group? Like, it's just tiring to me to see the same two people arguing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, season after season, episode after episode, year after year. I'm tired of it. I don't know if y'all still getting off on it, but me, because I'm an adult, I'm just over all of that shit between Nene and Kenya at this point, and I honestly feel like the both of them just need to grow the hell up. Moving right on along. Tanya's fiance Paul shows up with Dennis. I thought that was really nice of Paul to show up and to bring Dennis. Word on the curb is that Dennis and Portia secretly have already got married. This is what I mean by I'm just over all of the antics between all of the ladies as a whole. It's like, you know, now that this information has been leaked out, we already know what's going on between Portia and Dennis. I feel as though if you're on reality TV, you don't need to be on Snapchat, you don't need to be on Instagram, you don't need to be on Twitter, you don't need to be on Facebook, airing out and breaking the fourth wall. Like, now that this is already out, I could care less about the whole Portia, Dennis cheating on Portia giving him a hard time, and I'm over that. Moving right on along. The ladies impersonating each other on the bus on their way to the rooftop party. I thought that was really cute. Nobody took it personally. Everybody laughed. Everybody kikied, chuckled, and had a good laugh at everybody else's expense in a good way, and I can appreciate that. Portia, Kenya, Candy, and Yvonne talk, and she says that she knows who did the recording, and the person is in the group. Portia says that she's being fake by knowing who did the recordings and isn't saying anything. I have to agree with Portia. For Yvonne to come up and say, you know, there's fake energy in a group and it's fake this and it's fake that, but you know who did a recording of a conversation, an intimate conversation that was had between Nene and some other person dealing with Cynthia, but you don't want to come out and say who did it. I have to agree with Portia. That's very fake. Why even bring it up? Why even bring it up and allude to the fact that you know who did it, but you don't want to be the one to say anything? And I'm sorry, I still feel like Yvonne is the one that was behind the recordings. I do not feel like it was Marlo. I personally feel like that it was Yvonne. And at this point, I'm kind of saddened with Kenya on this. Like, I'm sorry, Yvonne, you're like the snake to me. To me, you're the snake. You the garden snake, slithering around in the weeds amongst these girls in the group. And I'm with Candy. I want to know who the hell did it too, because if you could be recording them, you could be recording me. And bitch, I don't want you recording me saying anything that I have to say about anybody around here in this group. I don't want no snake ass bitch around me. I'm with Candy 1010%. And then basically, they had the party. Paul comes, and then Yvonne makes a special announcement, and then Dennis shows up, and it's to be continued, y'all. That's basically all that happened in this episode. It was okay. It wasn't as bad as the other ones have been. It was okay. Definitely could have been a whole hell of a lot better, but baby, let me tell you something. The next week, girl, it's about to be a whole bunch of nonsense going on, and it's finally about to start picking up, child. We about to see Marlo getting into it with Cynthia. Portia gonna take up for Cynthia, and then child, Candy and Nene is gonna get into a nasty dispute. Y'all drop down in the comments and y'all tell me If Nene and Kenya were to ever get into a physical altercation, who would win? Are you team Nene and are you team Kenya? And I have to be honest, even though I do not rock with Nene at all, I kind of feel like Nene would definitely let Kenya ass have it if it had to come to that. That's just how I feel about it. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what team y'all on. Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. And the debate is still going on. Who do y'all think is the snake? Y'all drop down in the comments. Myself personally, I'm gonna always say that it's Yvonne until it comes out otherwise. I just don't believe that it's Marlo. I don't. I thoroughly believe that it's Yvonne. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all enjoy y'all night. I'm about to go on ahead and end this, edit this, lay down because I'm getting tired and sleepy. I'm getting tired and through. And tomorrow, y'all get ready because y'all are going to have 2 videos coming to y'all with all of the prompts and circumstances. Y'all are going to have Love and Hip Hop New York as well as the season 3 the season 3 opener for Love and Hip Hop Miami. And until next time, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That kush, that be my starter kit.